It's like discovering a cheat code in a video game. You struggle through the video game, and then suddenly you just type in the cheat code, and you're like, well, it's all over. This is my level 100 hardcore druid. I've spent time trying to make sure the defenses are up to par and that his gear is min-max. I've tried a bunch of different builds at the moment. I tried the Bother one. I tried the Pulverize. I've tried this Tornado. I've got all the uniques, etc. You know, and he's not terrible, but he's slapping, and he's good enough for the hardcore. I can push through here and get drops. I can do Varshan. I can solo Uber Durio. I can do everything I really need to do on this character. You know, 1.5 million. I was feeling pretty decent about my druid at the moment. And it was a long process, but we got up to like tier 93 or something in hardcore. I was feeling pretty decent about him. And then my chat slowly convinced me to try a barbarian. I would like to show you some clips from the barbarian. Hello. Well, okay. Enjoy your nap. Level 89 barbarian versus world boss. Surely this is going to be a difficult fight. I'm in. Oh, God. Did 63 million damage. 91 million. Okay. Rest in peace, I guess.
I appreciate that.
So, kind of 2 hits the world boss. In fact, probably can 1 hit the world boss if I get my gear to not suck. How about the pinnacle fight? How about the pinnacle fight of all of Diablo 4? How does that look? Okay, so now this should work. Level 89. Uber boss, pinnacle. Hardest in the game for sure, no problem. Bonk. All right then. Did you blink? You might have missed it. And I mean, this barbarian isn't even like good or anything. Look, I have a level 15 glyph. This one's 14. This one's level 1. This one's level 1. This one's level 1. Like I say, I'm level 90 right here. I'm not finished with it. The build could definitely be better, but we do have at least some of the... In fact, I think we have all of the correct uniques. But there are no Ubers in this, and I've been hitting pretty much 20 million plus since level 70. Now, you might be thinking that this is a complaint. Far be it from a complaint. Actually, it is exceptionally refreshing to log into Diablo 4 and feel overpowered and feel fast-paced and be able to slam. This is at least my first experience with it, because I kind of always went in blind with these builds. Just let me mess around with it and piece together and see what it's like. But this time, I used the combination of looking at like the max row build on top of talking to Rob, the barbarian guy, and kind of taking their bits of advice and putting them together and got the build in which we see today, which again, by the way, is not completed. I mean, like if you look at some of these stats, look at this. We still need resistances. We have 19% poison resistance. If a spider even sneezes on us, our account is deleted. You know the good thing about resistances, however? You don't really need them when you just kill the guy literally anyway. So here's another boss. Or no, the lightning boss. Better not get hit by lightning, right? Well, bonk. Boss is over. Surely, Uber Durio. He's kind of like a whack-a-mole himself, actually. This should probably fit right in with the hammer. Uber Durio is going to put up a bit of a fight, right? Okay, here we go. Uber Durio, the man himself. And that was an enjoyable fight. So if you're worried at all about the upcoming in-game content, or you want to have a little bit more strength, or if you just want to make like I did, like I made a softcore barbarian, so that way I have a character that's going to be in the Eternal realm as well as the Seasonal realm and softcore I can practice with for when new content comes out. That's a fairly strong character that more or less is one-shotting everything, just so I have access to everything really in the game as easy as possible. This is what the barbarian is for me. He's the carry for my account, and he's only level 90. I mean, if you haven't done the season journey, let's say you're struggling going through the nightmare tier dungeons or something, or you haven't killed Uber Lilith, for instance, for the season journey, just make a Holy Barb. It's an absolute cheat code. You just one-shot literally everything. Some of these items would take a little bit to get. Some of these drop from Uber Durio, for instance. You got the Banished Lord's Talisman, etc. So in order to completely min-max, it'll take a while, but it does start to ramp even without all of the pieces around level 50 or 60. It can be kind of slow to level to them, but like I was showing you earlier, I don't have these glyphs leveled. This isn't fully min-max. There's way better versions of everything. Like I could drop the Restore On the gloves, I could get a better row there. For instance, the weapons aren't completely min-max, but at least they're 925s. I could get better rows on some of these items that, you can see the rings here, or lower item power, etc. So there's room to grow. I mean, the chest plate's all right, but it's a 905 also. So this build isn't even, and I'm level 90. I mean, I got 10 actual levels to gain on the character itself. So this damage is only going to go up, and I'm definitely not the first person to do the hammer build. In fact, the build that I was following was the max row guide, and then Rob came in and gave me a few tips as well for the build. So I'll probably do a full video breaking down everything I've learned from the Barbarian from the different sources. But as it stands, making the Barbarian currently in the game with the state of the game and the upcoming content is not really a bad idea, because this will at least get you far enough where you can instantly access all the content. I mean, by level 90, I'm one-shotting literally everything that's currently in the game. So you'll have access to the new content coming, and then this will be a good way for you to build your inventory of gear. If you're struggling doing things if you're struggling doing Uber Durio, try to get Uber items or something like that, just make a hammer barb. It's like a cheat code. You can one-shot literally everything, store it in your inventory, your stash there for later, and then use it on the other characters whenever you do get some Ubers or something like that. So for me, absolutely loving the Barbarian. No Ubers yet, but we'll get one eventually. I've been farming as much as I can, but I got to go back and farm even more of these materials. That's about it. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking it, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you on the live stream tomorrow. As there is no live stream today, I'm actually going to go look at a house potentially to rent, as we are, like I've mentioned many times, running out of the room in here. So I'm going to see if I can find something a little bit larger. That's about it, boys. See you on the next episode.